Hi guys, my name is Cyntia Apriska from A2 Speaking for Transactional Function class, English Education Study Program at Tanjungpura University. In today's video, I would like to practice some conversational gambits for speaking for Transactional Function class with my lecturer, Mr. Ikhsanudin. This time, I will practice 11 kinds of conversational gambits that would be very useful to upgrade your conversational skill. So, check it out. The first one is how to start a conversation. To start a conversation, you can use I suggest we start talking about ... For example, I suggest we start talking about the importance of education. And then you can use I would like to start by looking at ... For example, I would like to start by looking at the importance of education. The second gambit is asking for your partner's opinion or engaging the other person. To ask for your partner's opinion, you can use how do you feel about ... For example, how do you feel about my explanation of the importance of education? Or you can just use is there anything you would like to add? Or how about you? The third gambit is agreeing with your partner. To agree with your partner, you can use you're right, it cannot be denied that ... For example, you're right, it cannot be denied that education is very important. Or you can just simply use I admit I have to agree with you on this particular point. The next gambit is having reservation or disagreeing with your partner. To disagree with your partner, you can use I see what you mean, but I don't believe ... For example, I see what you mean, but I don't believe that education is that important. You can also use, in my view, it is not right to assume that ... Like, in my view, it's not right to assume that education is that important. The fifth gambit is asking for clarification. To ask for clarification, you can use did I understand you correctly? Did you mean to say ... For example, did you mean to say that education is important? You can also use I would ask you to clarify your last point or what you just said. The sixth gambit is interrupting politely. To interrupt politely, you can use excuse me, can I just stop you for a moment? Or you can use I apologize for interrupting, but I think you misunderstood me. The seventh gambit is referring to an earlier point. To refer to an earlier point, you can use I'd like to come back to a point you made earlier, namely ... For example, I'd like to come back to a point you made earlier, namely the advantages of education. The next gambit is taking the conversation in a new direction. To take the conversation in a new direction, you can use would it be alright with you if we focus on ... For example, would it be alright with you if we focus now on the challenges of education? Or you can just simply use I would like to bring up another issue or let us look at another important issue. The ninth gambit is how to play for time. To play for time, you can use so, what you are basically saying is that ... Is that right? For example, so what you are saying is that education is important, is that right? You can also use let me look at my notes for a second. I want to make sure that ... For example, let me look at my notes for a second. I want to make sure that I understand you correctly. The 10th gambit is how to summarize. To summarize, you can use we have spent a lot of time talking about ... Let's see where we agree and where we disagree. For example, we have spent a lot of time talking about the importance of education. Let's see where we agree and where we disagree. And the last gambit is ending a conversation. To end a conversation, you can use I guess we agree to disagree and we have to leave it at that. Or you can also use time is almost up. so we should reach a decision. Those are the 11 conversational gambits that I would like to practice, and I hope you can learn something from my video. Thank you for watching. See ya!